Timeless reading for Pisces, starting with the card Resistance, followed by Injustice, Go or Leave, Awareness, Imitation, and Compassion. The very first impression I got from your reading was that you are resisting, in a very justified way, some kind of pretense, some falseness, injustice, gaslighting, all of these things. Someone is entirely fake. This could be someone either around you in your private or professional life, someone you know personally, or it could just be a public figure where you have seen through the facade, and maybe you have very reliable sources or even proof that this person is entirely fake. It could be a politician, a very successful, famous artist, whoever it is, whether this person is in your private life and you know this person personally, or if it's a stranger and just a public person, it doesn't matter. This is really pissing you off. This is making you suffer so much, having to see the praise this person receives, completely unjustified, completely unearned. I feel like disliking this kind of person, and also especially the people who enable this kind of person to be so successful with what they are doing or pretend to be doing, I feel it's very understandable to be angry, to feel this intense resistance towards this injustice. And even though it's justified, it is very burdening for you, and you will leave. I feel like this issue within yourself and within the world, with this person within society, it will not be solved immediately. This is not the topic in your reading. But you will take a step away from something. If this is a person in your private or professional life, you will leave this situation. If this is something in the public, you will maybe just not open your internet browser too often anymore, not watch or listen to the news anymore. Or on YouTube, maybe you will I don't know. There is this 3-dot menu sometimes when YouTube suggests a channel to you continuously and you actually hate this person, you don't like this channel, you can, there's an option to choose that YouTube does not recommend any of the videos of this channel anymore to your profile. Something like that. So that if this is a public thing and nothing that you can run away from in your private life, you will just avoid media, so that you will not have to hear about the situation anymore. This is what this card is saying, leave. I also feel like a lot of you will take a time out. Maybe you will go on a trip, on a vacation. If you cannot, if you have to work currently at the moment and you cannot take 2 weeks off, at least you will take a weekend off and go somewhere and just hide out. Maybe you will go to some kind of abandoned place where there is no internet or something like that, and you shut your phone off. It's something like that, like just leaving. You will not repress these feelings. You will just deal with them, reflect on them in a healthy way. This is what your reading here today is about. But you have a right to feel this resistance. It is justified to feel resistance towards injustice, especially if it's a very huge injustice. And a lot of people fall for this kind of stuff. It's really annoying and painful. But yet, as I said, it is burdening for you to carry this resistance around all the time. So you can allow yourself, even though you can't change this injustice at this moment, it doesn't mean that it will never change and that there will never be justice brought to this injustice. Maybe one day it will be solved and everything will become fair in this situation, but not yet in your reading. This is about you first having to learn a lesson of finding Even if you can't find peace within yourself, it's fine, it's okay, you don't have to. But at least allow yourself to not focus on this injustice anymore. Be aware that this injustice is there, but withdraw. Look at it from a distance. Let it be there and try to not suffer from it anymore. In the second row, there's a lot about awareness and understanding here. There is also refocusing. Like, as I said, don't look at it. Don't suppress it. Don't forget it. Remember, it is there. There is still this situation and this injustice, but you can put it a little bit aside and focus on something better here. There is maybe while you are on a trip or something, you will have some enlightening moments of very helpful understanding. There is something about, these are my own cards. I have no Hermit card here, but actually I was thinking of the Hermit right now, because that's with this go and leave card, this is what you will become like a hermit. Even if you don't go to a cottage or cave where you withdraw, even if you take a trip to a foreign city where you don't know anyone but you're in the middle of a big city, you can still be isolated even when you're surrounded by strangers. And in this moment, when you feel very isolated, you will have a lot of important realizations. A lot of spiritual awakenings. And you will find some inner peace here. Imitation and injustice. There is something about blindly obeying someone or something, which a lot of people are doing even when they think they are super individual and they are so strong on their own. Most people obey someone, follow someone. And many people are also not as creative as they think they are. Often creativity is being confused with imitation. It's just redrawing something that everyone has already drawn or painted, or people always writing the same lyrics in pop songs. Like, it's very repetitive. Everything is super repetitive. That's what you will realize. That there is so much imitation everywhere. And that will help you to maybe distance yourself from several people, or inwardly distancing yourself from some old and some of your own mindsets or beliefs that maybe you have to fit in to society in a certain way. But I think you will free yourself from that and develop some kind of true compassion that is very spiritual. We have 2 spiritual cards here. This is true compassion. It's even deeper than empathy. It is not morality, it's not empathy, it's compassion. And I feel like this will help you to find the right people, right? Not by the patterns you carry around into your mind, not people who fit into your mindset or people who have the same beliefs. This is very much beyond all these things. You might really develop love towards people that a few years ago you could have never imagined to be a friend or partner of someone like that. At the bottom of the deck we have stagnation, and I feel like you will also realize that this resistance made you feel stuck for a very long time. It didn't make you only feel stuck, like you actually were stuck in a job, in a friend circle, in a family, and you just experienced the same resistance for years and years and years again. You tried to adapt, you tried to change, you tried every possible thing, but then you realize actually that you just had to leave a certain situation so that you can finally experience something else, but not this feeling of resistance and stagnation anymore. I also feel like the stagnation card in this case, on another way, it's not only you being the fly stuck in the web, but the second meaning of this is, by the end of this reading, you will be the spider and you have tackled this fly. You captured something, maybe your own fear. We can take it very metaphorically. Let's just say this fly represents your fear, and you being the spider, having trapped this. This is your new focus. In this situation, you were looking at this unfair situation, completely angry and really burdened by this injustice in life. You were completely focused on this. And now you are the spider. Like you have two selves, and one of your selves is the spider, and this is the resistant self. This is the angry, bitter, and fearful self, and you are walking towards that, and you are ending it. And as I said, I can totally understand this kind of energy, so there is no blame here. I can really feel that. I have felt that too. That kind of resistance when you see such a situation, especially if there are people who are being praised by society, by large amounts of people, but you deeply know, you might even have literal proof that this person is just blending, or is a fraud, or even a criminal. It is very painful having to witness this. But yet, even though this situation will remain unfair for a while, as far as I can read this energy here, I'm not saying it will stay like this forever. But for a few days or weeks, this injustice will still exist in the world. And you will find your way to let go of this pain about the fact that this injustice exists. And then later, let's see. You will not be stagnant anymore. You will move forwards, finally, maybe after a very long time. And one day you might read in the news that finally this case got solved. Just be patient. It will not last forever. I'm gonna pull some health and lifestyle cards here for you. You can interpret these cards for yourself. I'm not gonna do that for you. Tidy, clean, skin, music, gift, apple, pet, cold, feet, and the last one, poop. I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you for watching.